Hello and welcome to my video. This is going to be the top 10 most expensive PAL Master System games that are in the market for 2022. I appreciate there are other videos out there on YouTube. I've seen a couple, mainly for the US, to be honest, and I wanted to do a PAL version. Just, I guess, to help people out, just in case, you never know, somebody might come across a bit of a bargain, or maybe collectors are after a full set like I have been and am. Luckily, I've been fortunate to get all of the big hitters fairly early on before the prices have gone. I mean, all of the prices are silly, don't get me wrong, but some of them just this year have gone absolutely bananas crazy. So I thought I'd do this one. I've been meaning to do this video for a little while. It's taken me a while to compile the list, just to decide what should go into the top 10 and what shouldn't. I think I've got it right, but if there are people out there that disagree or even want to do a VR to this video, then please feel free. These are my top 10 most expensive Master System games for Europe as of 2022. So at number 10, we have got Ultima 4. And the reason I've included this is my copy, I did do a video on it separately. My copy has got both of the books that go with it. I'm not going to get it out because it's a swine to get back into this wrapper. But it is in there. You can see it's in really mint condition, like almost new condition for its age. It's got the book there, the book there. Go and check out my separate video for the unboxing. And obviously it's got all the manual and that sort of stuff inside the thing. I paid about 140 for this. By my guesstimation, it's probably worth, I would imagine, about the same. So it's probably not gone up too much in value. That said, it's tricky to say because I've not seen one absolutely complete since I bought this. So very difficult to estimate, unfortunately. But yeah, 140 I paid. So I'd imagine it's probably worth about the same now. Number 10, Ultima 4. I'll just pop that there. Right, so number 9. Number 9, I've got Sonic Spinball. Now again, these are just my prices. Just a rough guide for you guys. I have seen it on eBay for crazy money. I don't think anyone bought it for the sort of crazy money of the 3s or even the 400s that it's appeared on eBay. I don't think, anyway. By my reckoning, this is probably worth, in today's market, about 150 quid. If you find it for anything less than 150, to me, that's a decent price. I paid about that sort of price, I think, off the top of my head. And yeah, I mean, I've not played it yet. I definitely do need to, like with all of these games behind me. That's what the Master System Challenge is all about, that I run every week, you know, but I do need to get around to this one at some point. Number 9, Sonic Spinball. Okay, so number 8 is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I think you say it. I shouldn't look, I should know. Mean Bean Machine, yeah, that's right. So this is number 8. It's probably worth, I would think, about the same as Sonic Spinball. So about 150-ish. My copy's in really nice condition, and it's I paid about that, I think. It's probably held its price. It's one of those that isn't super rare. It does come up, but again, when it does, occasionally on eBay, certainly UK eBay, it's the price can be all over the place depending on how many are on eBay at the time. Sometimes there's none on, so when it does go on, you'll see the price, you know. So yeah, 150 if you're paying about that. It's probably about the value at the moment, unless the market completely crashes, which I don't think it's going to anytime soon. We've all got disposable incomes, haven't we? So yeah, about that. That's number 8. Okay, again, that's going to be really well known by people. Number 7 is Golden Axe Warrior. It's another one where the price is absolutely all over the place. But I paid about 100 quid for this last year, and the price has already gone. I mean, I've seen it on eBay recently for about 250, 300, something daft like that. It's not worth that. It's just, I suspect, somebody that's put it on when no other copies are on there, you know, so it is what it is. Anyway, I would suspect in today's market, if you can pick this up for around 170, 180, maybe 200, maybe, if you really needed a copy, then you're probably there or thereabouts. If you get it for anything less than that at the moment, you've done really well. I saw a bundle with this in Lancashire, where I live, a couple of years ago, and I kicked myself, even though I've got a copy, I kicked myself for not picking that bundle up. It had this, about 7 or 8 other games, and a Master System Model 1, and the guy just wanted 100 quid for it, you know, so I should have got that, really. Anyway, NumberSeven, Golden Axe Warrior. Right, I'm going to double, triple check that I've got these right, because NumberSix might surprise a few people. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be. So, NumberSix, in my opinion, is going to be the Schomps, or the Smurfs World Tour. This, again, prices all over the place when it does come up. It doesn't come up very often in terms of general sales. And what I mean by that is most people, most collectors in the Master System circles will be aware of the Italian seller that has a crate of these bad boys, and he has the monopoly on the market, if you like, you know, like it or not. And he occasionally will, this is a brand new copy, by the way, he occasionally will stick one on, and that can be anything from 280, 300. I think the last time I saw it, it was on there for £319. I think when he first started selling them, ages and ages ago, when he must have picked the pallet up, I think he sold them for quite a bit more than that. So the price has actually come down a little bit. How many he sat on, and how many copies he has, nobody really knows. I've spoke to people who have spoke to people, and they seem to think that he's got a certain number or allotment of whatever was in that box on that pallet, you know, so he will run out at some point, but who knows. In today's money, if you can pick a copy up anywhere between 250 and 300, you might be lucky at 250, to be honest. I think I paid about 275, somewhere around there. So if you picked it up anywhere around that figure to 300, you've done really well. But it's probably, you know, if you're going to get it from Italy, bear in mind that, like I say, I think right now it's on for about $3.19. Plus you're going to have shipping and probably some sort of import tax or customs tax, something like that. So the price might be starting to creep up a bit. I know Irish Nerd Life, you should go check Alan's channel out, by the way, it's awesome. I know Alan paid a pretty penny for this not that long ago, and I think he did probably pay some charges and stuff on top of it. So yeah, I don't know what he paid. Anyway, NumberSix, Smurf Stew. Right, we're getting into some real heavyweight big hitters now. I mean, that was anyway, but now we really are. So here's Championship Hockey. This is NumberFive. I was a bit unsure whether to put it in slightly higher up, but this is just my list, you know, so I could have put this anywhere in the top 5, to be honest with you. But yeah, I paid, I think, again, another one that I paid about 275, 280, 290 maybe with the postage. It's probably worth anywhere up to about, I would say, 350. It does go on regularly for around that, sometimes even higher on eBay, and it does not go on very often. And that's probably what drives the price up, to be honest, because it doesn't go on very often. I will open this one just because it's not in a case. I've got the reg card there. I've got, I don't mind showing you guys, I've got a really nice manual, and I'm just going to put that in very carefully. And yeah, it's just a really nice copy that I've got. I'm really pleased to have got it. So yeah, if you're paying you could expect to pay anywhere around $3.50. It's a lot of money, isn't it? I know, but there we are. Okay, so fourth on the list, and again, just my opinion, so you may have it in separately or differently, but Buggy Run. This is going on eBay, I'm fairly sure, right now, for £400. It's just crazy money. There are people out there, I'm sure, that have paid that sort of money for it. I didn't pay that for it. I got it for, you know, quite a bit less than that. I was lucky, with you know, a bundle and whatnot from a fellow collector, who's as passionate about collecting as I am. Really nice guy. And yeah, I mean, it's a great game actually. Out of the lot that I'm showing off, it is one of the ones that I have played, and it was a lot of fun. There's like an upgrade system. It's quite similar to, is it Off-Road, I think, or is it RC Grand Prix? One of the two. Quite similar to that. A lot of fun to get involved with and have a go with, for sure. If it wasn't quite so expensive, it's definitely one that I would have in the Master System Challenge for sure. But for those that like to play on games that they actually own, you know, it might be not many people participate in that week. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So yeah, I mean, whether it's worth 400, I don't know that there are many games out there worth £400. If I'm honest, you know, that's getting on for $500 US. It's a heck of a lot of money, you know. I paid quite a bit less. I would anticipate if you were to get this for between $300 and $400. When I started collecting, this was a $250 to $300 game every day of the week. I think if you were to add another 50 on that, you've done fairly well in this market. Especially with people, you know, more collectors getting into it now as well. It is going to be trickier to pick up a copy, and it will drive the prices up as there become fewer and fewer available, unfortunately, you know. So yeah, up to about $350 I would think is probably fair, but it is, like I say, on eBay right now, I believe, for 400. So I suppose if people really need a copy, then you know, that might be what they're prepared to pay up to. So there we are, Buggy Run number 4. Right, number 3, top 3. These are biggies. So I decided to put Power Strike 2 in at number 3, only because I have seen it go for bonkers money. I saw it, I mean, I did see it go for about €500 this year in 2022. I was chatting to a mate, Mark, and he was telling me he suspected there might be a bit of shill bidding going on, which does happen, unfortunately. If you're not aware, then shill bidding on eBay, it's the practice of people bidding on their own game. And it was kind of what Water Games were accused of doing to drive the prices up, unfortunately. And it does happen. It is a real shame for collectors out there that, you know, when they need games like this one, you know, unfortunately, they just kind of get screwed on the price, basically. The plan then is that the seller, usually under a different name, will put the same game on, but under this different name. So someone's just seen it go for, say, €500 like it did earlier this year, and then they get near that sort of price when they actually sell it. So it's a bit of a shame, really. I did really lucky, and I was able to sell a few other games to help me pick this up for, I got it in a bundle for $275 with 5 or 6 other games, and the guy wanted 200 for this, so I did really well. It's a really nice copy. The manual in it is crisp, really mint, and the cartridge really nice condition as well. So there is a tiny little rip. Where is it? Just there, and you can't even see it really when when it's in the case. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. So yeah, NumberThree, Power Strike 2. Okay, second, and again, the price is all over the place on this one, so it's difficult to kind of gauge, but I can only advise you as best I can, I guess, with it being 2022 today, and you just do not see many copies of Home Alone even go on. I've not seen a copy complete in box like this go on eBay for probably 18 months. It might have gone on, I've just missed it perhaps. I saw a copy go on cartridge only, and I think Dudley picked it up. That's Dudley of Yesterzine. Again, please go and check out his channel. He does some awesome reviews, by the way, of homebrews. He's just done a really cool one on Dangerous Demolition, which I covered as well, buying a physical copy. Go and check out Dudley's channel, please. It's brilliant. Anyway, I think he picked up that copy of a cartridge only, which he is more than happy with in his collection. Like I say, my copy is complete in box. I think I paid about 200 for this last year. I've seen copies in France and Germany, shockingly well above 400 euros for this, even creeping up to 500, and I saw a copy in France for 600 euros not that long ago, and it did not have the manual. I know, absolutely bananas, crazy money, but it's difficult to gauge because I just never see it go on, and I suspect the next time we see a copy in this condition go on UK eBay, I mean, I think some people are going to be falling off their seats, and it's really unfortunate because I really feel for fellow collectors that they're in this situation where they might only have a dozen games or so to pick up, and they really need this one, and then it goes on for just crazy money. I suspect if you pick a copy up for anywhere between £300 and even £500, I think you might have to pay that if you want to finish your sets. And you've got to have a really serious word with yourself when it's getting on for like a mortgage repayment for a month kind of money, to think, do I or don't I finish this set? The only other way that you might do it is just pot luck, where you just see it out in the wild and you obviously might just get lucky. Again, there are collectors out there, they put in a lot of groundwork, really do their homework, they're out scouting out all the time, and you don't even hear about the sales, and they might pick a copy up for, you know, a real bargain. They are out there, but it is scarce, really scarce. Number 2, Home Alone. Which leads me to, and we all know what it is, you know, there's been a copy gone on recently on eBay. Masters of Combat. Again, my copy is in exceptionally good condition, and I am extremely grateful to have one that is complete in box. Really nice condition. Still got the little fold of the sticker there. Mine has the catalogue in it, a crisp as you like manual. The cartridge looks brand new. Again, it's a complete pain in the backside opening up out of this, so I won't bother. Excuse me. I do share pictures on my Instagram and on my Twitter, stuff like that, so you're welcome to do you know what, sod it, I will open it. I don't open it very often, so I will show you. Now, unless you've been hiding under a rock recently, you will know. There's the catalogue there, there's the cartridge, not a scratch, and there is a really crisp looking manual that it's rare for me to put them in things. It was actually like it in this little baggy thing when I bought it, and I've not taken the manual out. So yeah, really nice condition. Now, as I was saying, unless you've been living under a rock recently, you will know that a copy of this sold on eBay for over £700, and that is in the last few weeks. Bonkers money. There is no game on this planet, as far as I'm aware, that is worth that amount of money. I mean, maybe there is. I don't know what it is, if there is. I'm talking even the ridiculously rare Nintendo ones, like what is like stadium games or whatever. I would not pay 700 quid for any game. I got this for a fraction of, still a lot of money I had to pay, but I got this for a fraction of that. And I would say, again, if you got this for anywhere between £300 and £600, you've done well. And I say that, and you might be like, bloody hell, you know, how on earth would you justify paying that amount of money? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I would not own this if I had to pay that amount of money. I paid a lot less. I got very, very fortunate from a very kind fellow collector. But if you got it for that amount of money, the way prices are going, which are extortionate, it just never goes on. And when it does, people just go bonkers because everybody is after this. There are so many collectors that have one game left to go. I think Martin, you can find Martin on YouTube and Twitter, in fact. Andy, Scottish Andy, he needs it. You know, there's so many but just need this one to complete their set. And it's just ridiculous how much money is just gone for. Unfortunately, I really hope I'm wrong, but possibly, is it a matter of time before it breaks £1,000? You know, I don't know. So number 1, Masters of Combat. Yeah, unfortunately. There we are. That is probably the most expensive game that I know of for the Master System in the PAL or European territory. Now, there are some other games out there, possibly a couple of Brazilian titles. One of the Mickey Mouse ones, I think it's called Legend of Illusion. Kev will be able to set me straight if I've got that wrong. And I believe someone sold a copy complete in box, and it was partially sealed. I mean, it was sealed, but there were some little scrapes in there. And I think that went for 700 about a year, 18 months ago. And the price has only gone northwards. Like I say, it's a Brazilian exclusive where Tectoy would have ported it to the Master System. And someone was telling me that a copy did recently go for about 900 quid, not that long ago. There are probably some other ones. Get me started on some of the Korean Master System games. Just bananas, because they really are rare. They don't even go on eBay. They just don't, you know. So it's just bananas. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I did witter on a little bit, so apologies for that. It's a fairly long video. I don't like making really super long videos, but it is a longer one. What do you think? What do you think of the prices that I came up with and that I sort of gauged the market to be? Do you think the market is going to burst, the retro gaming market? You know, is that bubble going to ever burst, or is it going to keep going up? Are we at kind of a level now, and do you think it'll just sort of stay where it is, or maybe peter off slightly? You know, I don't know. There was one other, actually. I think where did I put it? There it is. Just an honourable mention, I suppose. So, yeah, Great Soccer. This is the card version. It's not getting cheaper. You know, I did very well to get this copy when I did, and I think, you know, I think there is it's not European, but like, hang on, never actually came out in the UK, but there's a German version. I think there's an Italian version and an Australian version of Hang On as well. And I think it's the Australian one that sometimes gets confused for, oh, it must be UK. You know, I don't think it is. I might be wrong, but I think it's Australian. So that's very expensive as well. I think for Great Soccer, you can pick copies up for a card game. I think you can pick them up for between sort of 150 and 200 quid usually from Germany. But yeah, you know, I think if you can get you know, a UK copy like this one, I mean, you know, I don't even know what this would be worth now. Probably, I don't know, definitely 100 quid plus. I would think, which for a card game is nuts, isn't it, really? So there we are. Anyway, guys, that's me done. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'd love to see everybody's comments. If you want to have a go at doing this yourself, please do tag me in. I will watch it. I love watching YouTube videos from other collectors. I find other people's opinions really fascinating, and it's how I learn as well. It's how we all learn, isn't it, I think? And I just felt it would be interesting to impart some of my knowledge on what I've learned over the last few years with picking up some of these games. I've been fortunate. I've not made too many mistakes, and I've not overpaid for too much. I thought it would be helpful so that people know if they do have maybe more money than sense like me, they won't pay silly money, hopefully. So hopefully it's helpful. It's a useful reference point as well. Maybe we'll be watching this video back in a few years' time thinking, my gosh, he only paid that. Look at the price of it now. Or maybe it'll be, oh my God, he paid that much for it. They're worth nothing now. I don't know. Guys, thanks ever so much once again. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate you giving me a thumbs up. I really like seeing people enjoy my content and get involved in the comments below. That's awesome. Thanks ever so much. Cheerio.